Hello and welcome to week 2 of Cultural Geography Online. Last week you kind of got the introduction, you got your feet wet, so to speak, and for some of you it still feels a little weird how the class is laid out. This is the way online classes are going to be for you. If you're taking online classes, you'll notice that if you take classes in the fall and the spring, that the unit structure is going to make much more sense because there's an 8-week course. But the director of YC Online has basically instructed us to keep everything stagnant so that you guys can easily make your way through it depending on which semester you take it. And so this is where it comes in really important that you have printed off that course guide, which I've got mine here, worked my way through. Okay, what exactly is due this week? And so if you look on the page, it's of course the 6-week course schedule. Make sure you've got there, and then you'll notice about halfway through unit 2 is where I've got my marking there, and then you've got several lines in there. What you're really focusing on is week 2. So if you'll go all the way kind of middle of the page there, week 2, and you look at the items that are due there, and I'm going to go through those items here and now. So as you've opened up your class, you're going to notice that you're actually about halfway through unit 2 as far as material goes, and I wanted to walk through the items that are actually going to be due for you on Sunday. And of course, you got one item that's going to actually be due on Wednesday, your initial pose for the discussion question, which is actually in unit 3. That's right here. This is the discussion forum, One World Language. Now, what's going to end up happening is you're going to need to post your answer, your initial answer to this question, and everything is well laid out in that particular item. It gives you the questions you're supposed to answer. Make sure you've answered all of them thoroughly, and then you need to make sure you've done that within the guidelines here. Your post should be about 250 words minimum. That does not include any references that maybe you want to make. That you've done that through APA style, and that has to be done by 11:59 Central Standard Time, which is York time for those of you that are not from this area. So make sure you've done that. As far as Wednesday goes, this is the only post that is required by Wednesday, and then you'll come back and respond to your peers, at least 2 of them, by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. again Central Standard Time. So that's one of the items that you've got to do this week. You have 3 map assignments to do, and again, those are located in the course itself. When you open the actual assignment, you've got several. You've got map 12 is the first one that's actually going to be included in your week 2 assignments. It is world land use, and so you'll need to go to map 12. I'm going to scroll down here so you see the other 2, which is map 11 and map 9. Now, at the end of week 2, we will have finished unit 3 materials. So if that helps you kind of stay on track and figure out what we're doing here. So you've got 3 study maps to do. You've got 12, 11, and 9. You do also have 3 video quizzes. You've got 2 of them here in unit 2. You've got medical anthropology, health and culture, the 2-child policy, and then if you keep scrolling down, you've got the 3rd, and it's Twitter and world simulation. I'm going to tell you again, I have been using these video quizzes for a long time, and hopefully to some of you as you went through this process, you got really the point of it. It's a different voice, gives you a different perspective, a little bit more drilled in idea of what we're talking about in the textbook and then in the study notes that I've included as well. So keep in mind that those video quizzes are meant to be pretty specific. I recognize that, but hopefully you'll find that as you watch that, it just gives you another worldview, so to speak. And again, the video quizzes are not meant to be these super difficult things. They're just really making sure, did you watch the video? Did you pay attention? And so in years past, I've had students tell me I take notes through it because once you get a feel of what's happening here, you think, okay, I need to remember some of these details here. So you'll make sure that you've got that. And then the final thing that you've got here in this week is assignment popular culture in the shopping mall. This one's somewhat reminiscent of the items that you did for me regarding China in the last week, except for this one I do think is going to be a little bit easier. I recognize that what you did last week, while it was very important to me that you actually had the experience of looking at that material through the the census website. Here it's pretty straightforward, and you just have the one website, and you're not really trying to navigate around and use it for different pieces of information. You're going to get on this website, you're going to look around it, and then you're going to answer these questions thoroughly. Let me say one more thing. It did hit me over the weekend that there's a possibility that some of you are maybe trying to do some of this on your phone. And if you've not figured out yet, I constantly am surprised that websites are not all designed to be done or used on a phone. So some of this stuff might be a little easier if you have access to at least a tablet, if not really a laptop here. So kind of keep those items in mind as you're working through this. If it doesn't quite look the way you're kind of thinking, I don't see what she's talking about here, of course reach out to me. But if I can make the suggestion, go ahead and see if you can look at it on your laptop or a friend's laptop, or go to the local library and use their computers there. Just some thoughts. Again, it may not be a problem. I did not try any of these on my cell phone other than loading in videos. That part I did, of course. But otherwise, I did not. I don't rely on my phone in that way, so I realize I'm a little out of date in that regard. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this week will go really smoothly. And as you work your way through it, if you have any questions, of course, let me know. I am clones@york.edu. Please do keep in mind, I need, sometimes it won't take me 24 hours to respond, but do give me that leisure if you can, because sometimes you guys are a little bit more night owls than I am, and so I'm not actually getting around to checking your emails until a little bit into the next day. So I wish you the best of luck as you work through this. Keep in mind that you will finish all the items in Unit 3 here, and I will begin grading here today and have everything graded from all from Unit 1, and then part of what you did, or the items that you did from Unit 2. So I'll get everything updated, and I wish you the best of luck. Have a wonderful week, and if you are anywhere like me, it is just gorgeous outside, so get outside and enjoy life. Have a great one. Bye.